Hello everybody, it's Casey Williams. Mercedes makes its money on crossovers and SUVs, but he lists his passion with cars like this one we have this week, the 2024 Mercedes CLE 450. Let's go have a look at it. Over the years, some of Mercedes' most beautiful cars have been their coupes. Think about the full-size S-Class coupes from the 1960s, 1970s, and then of course the large SECs from the 80s and early 90s. Cars absolutely stunning and beautiful still today. And this car matches all those in terms of style, but it's really two cars in one. They got rid of the C-Class coupe and the E-Class coupe and combined them into one. Of course, like I said, SUVs really are what's selling today, not coupe. But I'm really glad Mercedes keeps a car this size and this beautiful in its lineup. And just look at the styling. I love the front. It could be nothing but a Mercedes. The star on the single lamella here in the front, just stunning. But if you look, these little silver spots are actually little stars here in the grille. I think it's very cool. Come around the side, 20-inch black AMG wheels. And I just love the proportions of this car. The Mercedes C-Class and E-Class sedans are beautiful cars too, but this is just a different profile. It just sits lower, it's just wider, it's just hunkered down over the wheels, and just absolutely beautiful. And what I really like is the Mercedes design today. They just have really simplified the cars, taken the chrome off, taken off all the extraneous lines, and just made it crisp and elegant. You know, you have this line coming off the front of the hood into the door, and another line that picks up here and stretches into the back, and it just stretches that body out and just looks really cool. Come around to the back, again, almost a fastback roofline coming back, subtle spoiler. And the tail lamps have changed a lot from Mercedes in recent years too. You know, they used to be ribbed tail lamps, but these work really well. They just really flow right into the deck lid very nicely. The twin exhaust outlets. I don't know why you need a power hatch on a power trunk lid on a coupe, but it's there. And the one thing is about this nice long rear end, it's actually a pretty deep trunk. You know, most of these cars are going to be driven by, a couple of people on a trip, plenty of space for all that. You can get 4 people inside comfortably and get their luggage in too. But I think this did a very nice job, made it very useful. Definitely know it's Mercedes by the way that big heavy door clunks. I just love it. It just feels solid, it feels heavy, and just very traditional. You expect to have a Benz. When you come inside, you might not expect all the electronics and the flat screens in this car. Now recently we had the Mercedes EQS with its pillar-to-pillar hyperscreen, and that's all right and it works out okay. But I think I like this a little bit better. It's just a little more subtle. All the functionality is still here. You don't have the extra screen on the right side, but you don't need it. But you got everything you need here for navigation. You can connect your devices with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. You also have phone charging here in the console, all USBs. So all that works out really well. Dual zone automatic climate control. You have heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, and you have massage seats in the front. So, going down the road, get a good massage, I think it's great. This has the Burmester 3D audio system. Sounds absolutely beautiful, just rings through the cabin. But I just like, again, it's a Mercedes, so you expect these things, right? The contrasting stitching here in the dashboard, the carbon fiber here on the dash as well, the silver look here. Stitching on the console. Everything just glides into place. I like the nice thick leather up steering wheel with the little bars here. Absolutely beautiful. A lot of safety features on this car too, as you might expect. It has a heads-up display, full heads-up display up front. Also, adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, rear crosspath detection, pretty much the full suite of all the latest safety systems. This is one of the most delightful Mercedes I've had recently, and it really comes down to the powertrain. This has a 3-liter inline-6 engine, turbocharged, delivers 375 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. It was not all that long ago. Those were Corvette numbers in terms of performance. On top of all that, it has all-wheel drive, and it has a light hybrid system. So it recaptures some energy during braking to help you get off and improve fuel economy. Fuel economy, pretty darn good considering all the power what this car does. 23 miles per gallon in the city, 33 on the highway. So a car with 375 horsepower and 33 highway. I think that's a stellar combination. But the driving experience goes beyond that. It has your dynamic control here. You see it's in eco mode. I like it in comfort mode, and then the sport mode. So this changes the sensitivity of the throttle. It changes the smoothness of the suspension, the tightness of the suspension, and also the heaviness of the steering wheel. And in sport mode, it feels sporty. Everything feels heavy. It feels, very responsive. When you put it in comfort mode, I swear somebody at Mercedes must have taken one of their 1980s cars and said that's the benchmark for how this car needs to be in comfort mode. It just has that heavy iron sponge feel that the old Mercedes used to have. It just settles on the highway, but it's comfortable. Just nothing bothers it. You go over rough pavement, just boom, 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 boom. Just absolutely wonderful. And I think, when Mercedes started putting air suspensions on their cars, it just felt a little chattery. It just felt like it wasn't quite settled. This system feels settled. It just absolutely tuned in right. I had a little time. I had in the city, had it on the highway, and it's just really been an absolute joy. And once you get in the car, it's a little low to get in here, but it's comfortable. You can get 4 people in here relatively comfortably. Two in the back room will be a little tighter, but you can sit back there for for an hour or two, no problem at all. And again, it's just everything you want. If you're going to buy a Mercedes and keep one for a while, this might be one of them. There's a lot to like about the CLE 450, but you might not love the price, and that's really historical too. If you compare the E-Class coupes with the E-Class sedans over the years, you find out the coupes are quite a bit more expensive. Well, this one, the CLE base CLE, starts at $56,500. This one all in, $75,170. Well, next week, on another fun car. Till then, storm forward.